And hello everyone, welcome. We are back. Qualifying is just getting underway for our, that's the wrong intro board. Qualifying is just getting underway for round one of our MX5 Cup, our rookie series here at Charge Simracing. We are here at the fantastic Okayama Piper Circuit here in Japan with the lovely frosty winter mountains in the background, and everyone is out on track straight away trying to get a valid time in nice and early because it's only a 10-minute qualifying session. It's me, your boy, the Flat Earth Mom, aka James, and I'm joined by Mr. Longineer Adrian too. Say hello for me.
Hello, everyone.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm really excited about this new series, and I really hope it's gonna bring a lot of enjoyable time and really good racing.
Yeah, of course, we have two races today. This is a real double-header event. We have the support race here of the MX5 Cups for the rookie split, and we have the pro split race, which is the fantastic Renault RS01, featuring some of your favourite names at Charge, going head-to-head later on. That broadcast will be hosted by the inimitable Tommy Ball, who will be taking over after we're done with MX5, so I'm very much the Alex Jacks to his Crofty tonight. Pog. Title is fine, apparently. Excellent. So, ones to watch today, we had Quantum was very fast in the practice session, which just finished before the before the start of the qualifying session, before the start of the stream. We had Iris was very fast as well. Steven is very fast. Oh my god, why is my racing line turned on? Hang on, there we go. I have no idea why it's. You know what? I turned it on for something like a couple days ago because I wanted to learn a track very quickly, and it keeps. I haven't like turned it off since. Anyway, DK Senior is making the grid today as well. Steven Soldier has been doing very well in practice this week. He's been setting some very competent times. Nazim is looking really good here, driving with a keyboard and mouse. He's still very, very quick. So there are going to be a whole lot of action today. I'm getting roasted in the chat now for having Racing Line on. I don't use Racing Line, come on.
Yeah, that's very weird. I mean, we had this problem during a stewarding session, and you get roasted by everyone. But I don't think you use the single line. You're too good for that.
No, I will admit I turned it on to learn one of the question and talk tracks because I didn't have enough time to practice it properly, and now I just haven't turned it off, so it keeps coming on. But I always turn it off when I join sessions. I'm not a Racing Line player. Anyway, we have some valid laps coming in now. Setting the pace so far is Iris on provisional pole with Quantum not far behind, and Steven only 0.2 tenths behind, so it's going to be really tight. And as I say that, Harry Air takes provisional second with a 1:0.5. So short track, pretty tight car, not a massive amount of setup changes to be done on it, so it's going to be super tight up the front today. Of course, the race is going to start under a rolling start, being driven by safety car overlord Fyodor, so I expect a nice kind of clean start to the race as well. Everyone should be spaced out a little bit. It's a 20-minute sprint race, so you know you've got enough time to have not a massive amount of fuel. Your tyres are going to be still pretty fresh by the end, so it's going to be just a nice environment for these guys to go wheel to wheel in a really kind of fun and enjoyable safe car on a pretty short little tight track. So lots of good stuff happening
It's a
today.
very easy combo. Like, the car isn't very difficult to drive. Basically, it's pretty much unlimited grip through the throttle application. It's very predictable, and the track isn't very hard. It's, few corners, but it's again easy to learn track how to master. Like, it's easy to get around and maybe get a normal pace. But if you want to get that little extra pace that will make you fight in the front or even winning, you need to really have like a good level in it. And as everyone is rookie, I think we're gonna have a lot of very beautiful move and stuff.
Toaster is asking to see some liveries. Let's see. I don't know how many people have submitted custom liveries for this race, but we'll have a quick look. So Quantum is running the spec scan, as is Iris, as is Harry Air, as is Steven. Tatsuya has made their own skin. Let's have a look. For some reason my camera won't focus, and my hang on, my pedal inputs are on. I haven't streamed for a couple weeks. Why is my camera not focusing? There we go. So here we go. We have Tatsuya's livery, which is looking nice. I like the carbon effect on the bonnet. Sponsors that look nice and tight. That's a pretty tight little livery. I like it. Very cool.
Yeah,
Fox.
I remember the one I run for the special event back in December.
Yeah, Fox's one is nice. I like the asymmetry going on here, and the BMW kind of stripes are cool, even though it's a Mazda, not a BMW, but I'll take it.
It's very Sean Bull-esque, I think. That's the kind of style we made.
Yeah, and Phil C's one is nice here too as well. I like the colours and the stripes are nice, and the matte effect. That's a pretty tight little livery too. I like it very much. Backmarker is running stock. DK Senior, I know who made this livery. DK Senior going a little bit slowly here, but of course with all the monster justice for DK, check flags. So this is of course a DK special, and it says DK Senior is faster than you. This I love. This is great. I'm very into DK Senior's livery today. Nazim's one. Oh, the camo ball. I'm a big fan of this one. This one's really cool. I like it. An AMD sponsorship too. Let's see. Yellow 13. Gods in heaven. All's right with the world. Oh no, like a Yellow 13's custom number plate there. It's very cool. Very kind of day glow. Get in the heckin' Miata, Shinji. I don't know the reference for that, but it's probably some advanced weeb shit, which is too much for me. Let's see. CD. It's wow. This is great. Really tight livery from CD here. I didn't know he'd made this. What a dark horse.
Yeah, it just like modified the base one, and I think it really look handsome.
That's really nice. That's my favorite one so far. Good job, CD. That's really nice. Let's see. Farwell running the default skin. Lord Knight is running default skin. Ooh, Lord Knight having a bit of a slide there. Devemsa is driving the default skin, and Niels' one also very nice. I like the blue. That's a pretty. Although the McDonald's logo is a bit of a throw off, but that's that's a cute little skin. I like it. Although there's some carbon on the hood, which I think he missed. I don't know if that's on purpose, but okay. Anyway, back to qualifying action. Quantum currently sits on pole. iOS very close behind. Those guys had some unfinished business in the mini race on Sunday, so it's going to be great seeing them battling. Steven Soldier doing great in 5th place. He's got an enhanced setup now, which absolutely wasn't made by me. Yeah, pretty tight looking field so far.
Yeah, I think it will be a very tight field during basically all the races. Everyone has a pretty similar pace for the moment. I'm very, very excited to see how it's gonna play out and how those drivers will, like, with such a easy car to drive, how they gonna take turn one. Like, is there anyone who would just go, okay, turn one winners and stuff? I'm really excited about it. I'm very, very excited.
I've got some reports from Pikaroshi that the tower is not showing the top 4. Is it okay now? Let me know, guys in the chat. It's the ACTV tower showing. It should be fine. James, pull the tower down. Are you sure that's okay? Are you sure this is not your screen? Let me have a look.
Yeah, because we can see it.
Yeah, it looks fine on mine. It's okay. I think it must just be Pikaroshi. All right. Of course, we have all of your charge favorites are going to be in the RSO1 race later on today, so that's going to be a real spectacular headline event. We brought out all the big guns. We've got Tommy commentating again, so lots of fun to be had for all. Oh, and Nazim has pit pole back. Wow, that's an incredible time from Nazim. That's almost into the 59s. Nazim is driving with a keyboard and mouse, and he's absolutely bodying these guys. Wow, that is really good time from Nazim. I was impressed with him in the BMW race 2 weeks ago, but damn, son. That's a good time.
Like, again, the proof that you don't need to have a very expensive rig to get very fast. And that's the kind of thing that hurts a bit when you go live for the first time, when you have, like, you know, a wheel and someone just go like 2 seconds faster than you, and you are, oh, dude, what kind of setup do you have? You must have like a Fanatec stuff, a GR drive. It go, oh, you know, I play with keyboard and the mouse, and now your confidence is just shattered. But yeah, very impressive.
Yeah, goes to show the equipment doesn't make the driver, it's the driver makes the equipment. But yeah, that's very impressive from Nazim. If he takes pole here, I would love to see how he gets on, but that is so tight. Like, look, we've got like 7 drivers within half a second of Nazim up front, so that's going to be really, really impressive watching that as Iris gets a little bit on the dirt there. He's probably got one more shot at a lap to go and take pole. What can Iris do? As Quantum is ahead of him, and Iris again getting a bit loose. Going on to the start-finish line, so final lap for these guys here. Who's going to get pole?
Is like, or maybe Quantum can deny it, but
oh, and Quantum has broken into the 59s. That's going to be heartbreaking for Nazim, but a great lap from Quantum there. What can Iris do? Is Nazim back out on track? He is, but I don't know if he's going to get another lap. It's going to be tight. Let's see. I think just about. Oh, it's going to be so close. Is he going to start another lap? No, I don't think he's going to. I think he's just got overtime. We'll have to see. Oh, and Nazim's put it in the gravel anyway, so that must be it for him. Let's see, what can Iwis do? How's his lap going?
A lot of slide. He lost a bit of time, but this car is so much agile through those turns. Definitely flat out through the last corner. Sorry, the penultimate corner and the last corner now.
I think Iwis
Enable
is a
the
couple
RS.
tenths down.
Wow.
I don't think he's going to take it.
Yeah. Oh,
And
someone just lost it
it's
behind it.
gonna have
Okay,
to
yeah.
be third for Iwis, unfortunately, and a couple other people out on track,
That's
but
unfortunate.
I don't think anyone's going to take pole position. So it's going to be Quantum on pole position with a really, really close grid behind him. It's going to be very exciting. Oh, look at that mid pack from 5th down to about 14th. They're within 7 tenths of each other. That's insane.
Yeah, it is very close.
So we have 18 people in the race. I cannot wait. We have DK Senior down in 12th place, but I'm sure he will make some moves as the race begins. Here we are. Here's the commentary booth right now. We have, of course, Fyoda in the safety car. We have 4 safety cars. Adrian and Cypher in them too. The wheels are moving for some reason. But here is the commentary booth with me in it, and Adrian's in there somewhere. You just can't see him. And there's our grid. Let's have a little scan down through the liveries. Oh, we have also Nitram, who I didn't see, with the very fetching pink livery. I like that. That's cool. Again, my camera won't focus for some reason. Fox, Niels, CD. That's my favorite livery. That one's really nice.
Yeah, very simple, very good.
Yellow 13, Tatsuya, Nazim. I love the amount of custom liveries for this championship. I'm very impressed with everyone's work. Well done, everyone who made a custom livery.
And for everyone, this is only the Shakedown event. If you want to join it, it's still you still have the time. And a lot of drivers aren't running out their definitive livery. I'm quite sure that some driver with the the spec, the charge spec liveries will eventually use it. Custom livery for the first round. That is like next week, I think. In Assen.
Yes, we have TT Assen for the first round next week. We have rookies on the short circuit, and we have the pro split on the. So I'm just trying to get my camera to focus. It won't focus. I don't know why. It must be my post-processing filter, but for some reason I just cannot get the camera to focus when it goes long. What is this? I don't know what's going on. That's better. Here we go. Of course, how ACTV works, I have to get into free cam for the start of the race. We have 3 minutes to go until the countdown, so we've got plenty of time. There we go. I can see all the action in focus now. Oh, it doesn't work for some reason, Namurai. It doesn't work. I believe me, I tried. Believe me, I tried. Anyway, just a little break before the race. I'm just going to play one of our little preview videos, so I'll see you guys in a sec. And we are back getting ready for the start of the race. We still have 2 minutes to go on countdown. But everything's good. I can now zoom in. My camera is now in focus. I have to turn some setting off. Let's just zoom down a little bit. It's annoying. This bridge is right in the way of the action, so I can't put the camera any lower, otherwise we're going to miss turn 1. But yeah, shout out to, I believe we have 36 people watching on Twitch right now. Shout out to 38 people, in fact. Shout out to all you guys there. Hope you're all going to enjoy the race, and I hope a bunch of you are getting ready to race for the RSO1s later on. Our main headline event. I don't know where the music is shallow water, I'm sorry. I haven't commentated for a few weeks, I'm a little bit rusty. So what are your predictions for this race, Adrian?
Oh, that's very, very hard to tell. We're on a a brand new championship. A lot of drivers are basically unknown for me, and I don't really know. I really hope just that. I think it's Nazim could. If Nazim could win, it would be wonderful because winning with like a keyboard and mouse is so much. more difficult than winning with a wheel. So I don't know, but Quantum really looking good in P1. So I think the start would be very, very interesting to see. Um, is it Rolling Star? Yeah, is it Rolling Star? It is Rolling Star, of course.
Yeah, there's a rolling start behind the safety car. I think Quantum definitely has the lap times today. He's the only person I've seen breaking into the 59s throughout the week. But again, it's not just hot one lap pace. It's going to be, can you sustain that for a full 20 minutes? It's going to be 20 laps. The tyres will take some wear. The car's going to change its weight and balance a little bit as the fuel burns off too. And I was doing some practicing earlier with Quantum on the server, and I saw him. I was trying to hold him up a little bit, and I saw him lose the car behind me. So if Quantum can kind of dial back on the pace a little bit, drive at like 85%, I think he should be okay. But if someone gets ahead of him, it will be interesting to see how he goes wheel to wheel. I want oh, here we go. It's 6 lights.
And the safety car.
And the safety car is coming through, so we've still got a little bit more time. But yeah, I would love to see Steven get a podium stay too. That would be great. I'd love to see DK Senior do well. Nobody launched from standing. Everyone was well behaved. They are now going to follow. Of course, we have Fyodor, the expert safety car driver, who is in the voice chat. Actually, it might even be Zyve, who is in the voice chat, making sure everyone behaves. What I want to see is, are we going to get any people backing into each other behind the safety car snake? Some of these cars getting a little bit close there, but all is well so far.
Maybe we can take a moment to talk about the safety car. So it's a different safety car than the GT4 one we run for GT4. We switched to a BMW M8 with a fantastic livery made by you, James.
Yeah.
Yeah, really like the touch to make a custom one. And I think this one looks way better than the
Yes, and this one isn't horribly broken like the old one it was as well. The template isn't great for it. It's a bit of a funny model. Oh, there's a little bit of argy-bargy behind there. Quantum getting a bit close to Nazim as these cars now go 2x2, starting to rack up a little bit. I'm not sure what Fyodor's saying to them, whether he's telling them to go 2x2 or single file yet, but it looks like they are going 2x2 now. Fyodor's starting to peel off. Oh, Zyph is starting to peel off a little bit.
We're gonna approach the moment where expectation will be betrayed by everything that will happen now. Very excited.
Oh, there's a couple people shifting places down the back. Hopefully everyone knows what they're doing. As Quantum has now taken the lead. And we are off for the MX5 Championship, the start of our brand new season. And Quantum gets a nice lead coming out of the safety car exit into the first corner. What can Nazim do? Is he going to get close enough? His camera angle is very low down. A few people going for position there. I believe that's going to be Fox getting up the inside. I believe of Niels into 5th place. So far, everything's looking clean. Back marker down a place or so.
And everyone just go fine through the first corner, but Phil C is now very, very much at the back. I don't know what happened if he was starting last.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Phil C either. Oh, he's a couple seconds back. Maybe he had a little bit of whoopsie under the safety car, or somebody touched him. But that's a very clean getaway. Let's see up front. Quantum has managed to put a little bit of a gap between him and Nazim, and Dev Amsa looks to have fallen back a little bit from the start as well. Maybe again he's had a little bit of problem going wheel to wheel as Nitram comes past him. These camera angles are not very good. It's not my fault, it's the circuit. As Yellow 13 gets past back marker, of course, Yellow 13 has gained very quickly some infamy in charge for the most incredible dive bomb any of us have ever seen in our entire life.
Oh, definitely, yeah, it was like inches away, less than inches.
Oh, and Quantum sets the fastest lap, but
lost it.
Yeah, Yellow 13 had some contact there. I think that is back marker who lost out because of that, but luckily he's still running. He's not too far back. He's definitely still in the hunt, and that's a shame for him. I'm not sure what happened. Looked like just too many cars getting close to each other there.
Yeah, he completely lost it, and he was sent spinning around the track and hitting pretty hard the wall. I think he's gonna have some damage now.
Oh yes, I must remember there is damage on in this championship, so I don't know how much that's going to affect him. He's dropping down to 3 seconds back from the pack now. Phil C has caught up pretty quickly as well on the back of Nitram, so I'm sort of sure Phil C will get back in the mix. As Harry Air is now chasing down Fox, but it's a big train of cars behind him. As Farwell and Alexander are really, really hustling now. Dev Emsa really bumper to bumper with these guys as well. There's cars everywhere as Yellow 13 is looking to make his way back up the grid after that little bumper Rooney. Oh, and Dev Emsa is round. Oh, that's a hard hit into the wall. Luckily, he's going to be able to rejoin safely, not as the path of any other cars, but with damage on, that's not going to feel too good. That's a real shame for Dev Emsa there. As Iris sets the fastest lap.
like those cars can take a lot of hits. There is not much aero in it. As long as you don't damage the engine, the suspension or the gearbox, you're pretty much fine because yeah, like aero damage doesn't make that much of a difference. Maybe a bit of in like straight at the end you're a bit slower, but in general it's pretty fine.
Yeah, I don't know if it's too bad unless you have suspension damage, but even with a red front wing, you will be feeling it. And the fact that Dev Emser is now 7 seconds off the pack, that's a real shame. As Phil C is making his way up, getting past Farwell, so let's see if Phil C can be Phil Swift today and get back up there.
Yeah, why
I
not?
was setting some really good times at the moment. He's hunting down Nazim, and Quantum has managed to put a little bit of a gap between him and Nazim. It's only 1 second, so anything could happen. As you see, only 2/10 difference between Quantum and Nazim on that last lap, so Quantum's really got to keep steady if he wants to hold on to this W. Even a small mistake will just absolutely hand it to Nazim.
And further back, like for P12 to P15, I think it's very dense pack, and there is a lot of thing going on.
As Filcy makes another place, getting past Yellow 13. It looks like he's about to take Lord Knight here as well. Filcy is definitely on the charge. I don't know what happened to him at the start of the race. Maybe we'll try and talk to him as Yellow 13 absolutely just robs Lord Knight blind there. When you leave a gap, you always got to be careful.
Yeah, that was dangerous anyway, but
it was an opportunistic move, but luckily everything went through, as Farwell seems to be making his way back in this grid too. I don't know if he's got a little bit of a problem. His car's looking a little bit busted, so maybe the damage is hurting him, as we see on Packmarker's car as a very crumpled Pickle Rick and crumpled Warioette there. So he's obviously been in the wars.
Maybe we're gonna have a fight in T1 for the P2 and P3. Because they seem to be very close there.
Very good call, yeah. Iris looking at Nazim, but not quite close enough. Let's see. Oh, Iris runs really wide there. Of course, we saw Iris last week in the mini race. Oh, and Quantum has gone very deep into turn 3 there. So, oh, and his gap has really shrunk straight away, so it's anyone's race. I was saying we saw Iris get in the wars a little bit with his Thomas the Tank Engine choo-choo livery in the minis on Sunday, so maybe he can just kind of calm it down a little bit and just bring it home and get a really strong finish. I think that'll be real good for him.
Yeah, for the moment, the race starts to get a bit like to settle down a bit, but I think we're gonna have a lot of move, especially between Niers and Tatsuya that are actually battling right now.
Oh, yes, let's see. Oh, hang on, the timing screen has gone weird. All the cars are all messed up. But I was just going to say very quickly, Steven Soldier driving spectacularly in 4th place. He's managed to break free of the pack following Fox, but he's also closing in on the gap up the front as Iris and Nazim are battling. So let's hope Steven can keep it clean. He's not been punted like he predicted, so no stab happening today. Yeah, the timing screen just had a little bit of a freak out there. CD doing really well. I love CD's livery. It's so nice. CD's having a really good race too, getting up there in the mix with Harry Tatsuya and Niels. And DK Senior are close as well. Let's go look with DK Senior. Oh, there's a little bit of action there. As DK Senior gets past Niels sideways. Shout out to DK. Oh, and he puts it in the gravel again. But I think DK Senior is far enough ahead from Niels. No, Niels gets it on the switchback. These camera angles are all very wide. It's hard to actually tell how far away people are. There's no depth perception. Okayama, get new cameras.
There are actually a lot of camera angles, and depend the one that Stokosa want to show us, it can get a little bit weird. This is the problem we have when a track have too much camera angles. Like the game just start to don't really know what to do with them.
Yeah, I think as well because we're using the Piper circuit, it's maybe there aren't as many cameras on the short part of the track with the bits that cut through, and it's like defaulting to other ones.
Yeah.
Oh, and Alexander is off. That's a real shame. Let's see, how has Alexander rejoined the track? Luckily, he's clear behind him, so that's all safe. As Yellow 13 has fallen behind Phil C. Phil C again on the move. He's gone from 18th all the way up to 11th in only 5 minutes, so Phil C is really on a charge here. Yellow 13 trying to get a nice wide entry into the corner. And Niels is off. Oh, Niels is off, and he was battling with DK Senior, so I don't know if there was some beef there, but that's a pretty busted looking MX5. DK Senior is now up into 9th place. Of course, we will see after the race.
I'm not sure about what I just said, but I think Niels just basically just lost the car. Oh, that's a shame. Maybe it's due to the damage anyway.
Ewis and Nazim side by side for 2nd place. As Ewis takes 2nd, what can Nazim do? And Steven is on the hunt as well, only 1 second behind Nazim. These guys were battling earlier on, and Steven had some really good pace with Nazim racing. Wasn't quite up there with Nazim's 1 lap pace, but it's all happening. Ewis up into 2nd. I must add that we are now Twitch affiliates, I think. So I think you can do stuff. I don't understand how Twitch works. I apologize. Don't hurt me, Fyodor. But you can do stuff with the Twitch now. So, like, work out how it happens. I don't know how it works. Someone needs to tell me. Harry Air and Fox are now going for it for 5th place. It is still early on in the race. Anything could still happen. Quantum's building up a nice gap, and Harry Air goes for a very nice move there. Again, that was just really confident on the brakes. Fox was nice enough to leave him room, and that was a nice little clean pass. As Harry gets a move on. Ooh, getting a slide out of that turn. Can he go hunt down Steven?
Oh,
and Steve,
so I have the inside now.
Oh, and Fox comes back at him again. This is why I love the MX5 Cups. They're great for auto racing, but Harry makes contact with Fox. Luckily, nothing happens. He must have caught him just right there, but it looks like Harry was a little bit late on his brakes. Luckily, no cries there.
Ren says, spin around the car. It was a very big hit. I really thought that the car was gonna go whoosh.
Yeah, me too. Ren says, Fast and Furious Okayama drift. Harry doing his best Paul Walker impression there. Who's the star of Tokyo Drift? I haven't seen it. DK, who's the star of Tokyo Drift?
We have a lot of drivers that have the back end of the car that is very, very loose. They slide in a bit everywhere. I don't know if it's like a kind of a technique to go a bit faster, but I think like we have some situation during this race where people get better traction than other, and I think it's just like setup related or something maybe.
Yeah, it is a characteristic of the car, especially if you don't soften the rear anti-roll bar quite a lot. It does kind of go a little bit loose out of the corners, but it's not particularly difficult to catch. You can catch it if you're very careful with it. It's not too bad. You have to
just run wide during the last corner.
Oh yeah, DK Senior with a very slow lap there. Let's go have a look on board with him and see what's going on.
Yeah, it just go a bit wide in the last corner, clip the gravel and stuff. Maybe that's why just flowing down.
DK Senior getting a little bit cautious through turn 3 there, almost making contact with the wall, but he's doing okay. Everyone's starting to space out a little bit now. Harry Air and Fox are still battling, and I bet all the time they're doing this, they're keeping Steven really happy. Yellow 13 is off. Oh, that's a shame. Yellow 13 is round. But luckily he's rejoining okay, and he's rejoining into a pack of cars, so he'll have some action. We have the double Austrian action of Alexander and Farwell behind him. Anyway, where were we? But yeah, I think all the time that Fox and Harry Air are battling, it's going to be letting Steven run away, so he's going to be really, really happy with that. I think it's me smurfing on the charged account. I got confused with the Twitch login. Give me a break.
Oh, that was a very beautiful move. Now you have the inside. Maybe he can make it count.
Yeah.
Oh, touching a bit the curb.
Harry's really ragging the car right now, trying to get past Fox. But all this time, Steven is now 3.5 seconds away, so it looks like it's going to be a battle for 5th between these guys if they want to hold each other up. And all this time, CD is hunting them down too, as is Tatsuya. So these two have to get a move on and decide whether they want to battle and hold everyone up, or they want to just, you know, get motoring, catch up with Steven and Nazim, and maybe go for a podium place.
Yeah, every time they're battling, they're losing so much time, and they basically just kill their chances to catch in front. But CD in the back can go so much closer now if they start battling, especially on this C1. And someone is slow in the front. I don't know who it is.
Quantum had a bit of a slow lap there. He only did a 1 second one, so Iris and Nazim are catching up to him, as is Steven on that lap as well. But there's a huge train of cars now forming behind Fox, so it's going to get spicy pretty quickly if these guys don't want to get a move on. Fox is breaking away a little bit from Harry Air, but he's still got some work to do. That gap is coming down as well. I don't know what's happened to Quantum, but he's really slowed down the last couple laps, as I believe that's... who is this behind him in the pink car? I believe that car is a lap down? Is that Lord Knight? Yes. No, it's not Lord Knight. Lord Knight is going very slowly. There are a couple cars that are a lap down, I believe. Lord Knight has maybe got some serious damage. Nitram as well is quite a way down. It's only a 1 minute lap, so it's quite short. Let's go on board with Ewis and see if he can hunt down Quantum. Let's rev up that Thomas the Tank Engine choo-choo.
and we should have some battling between Harry and Fox because they are very very close. They just don't want to give any opportunity to the other to.
Ooh. I was getting really, really loose there. Yeah, there's a lot of close battling going on. I want to follow this battle up here for a second. These guys are very close. I think Quantum's pace has just dropped off. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but something happened and Quantum just had a couple slow laps. Maybe he's just starting to feel the tyre wear, or his concentration's breaking a little bit as Phil C has made another place up, getting past Backmarker. Oh, and they make contact and Backmarker is round. Oh no, and Backmarker has gone. Oh, that's going to be difficult to get out of. Backmarker has unfortunately gone into one of the the race areas. Race areas? The stewarding, not stewarding, what are they called? Marshal areas? Oh, poor Backmarker. Yeah, I think Backmark is having a bit of a Kimi Räikkönen moment here at Brazil.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell. I was gonna say.
He's making his way back. I think he's got clear air, so he's making his way back onto the track.
Is making a move on Fox on T1.
DK Senior is out. Oh, that's such a shame. DK Senior
right
is. Yeah, hang on. DK Senior had a little off there, and he's dropped a couple places behind Phil C, who now is into the top 10. Harry Air and Fox are still going at it, as are Quantum and Ewis. It's all happening at once.
Yeah, they really don't want to give each other the position. They really want to battle out and deserve that little P5. This battle is very intense anyway.
Absolutely, as Yellow 13 gets past DK Senior, and I think DK Senior is going to be carrying some damage now, as we see Alexander is closing in on him as well. That car seems slow in a straight line now, as Alexander just kind of dives DK Senior a little bit there and takes the place. I think that might be it for him with damage now. There might be something to consider for the future races. A couple of these guys with damage are really, really struggling and hurting for pace now, as Iwis is so close to Quantum now. Let's see, what can we do? Is there going to be a fight for the win? Oh, Iwis goes very, very deep around the outside. It's never going to work. He's not going to get the drive. Quantum holds the inside line for turn 2. Oh, and Quantum really, really not leaving any space for Iwis there. Shout out to Timon on his walk.
Oh, Cindy just lost a bit the car, but managed to keep on the road.
It's so close to Quantum and Iwis, as Alexander has had a little bit of an off and drop back behind DK Senior and Firewall. DK Senior now back into 12th place. Phil C in the top 10. He's having a really good race so far. He's 10 seconds behind Niels now, so I think that might be the highest he's going to go today. But considering whatever happened to him at the start, that's a fantastic comeback from Phil C. He's been very clean with all his moves so far. As Firewall's dropped back behind Alexander again. Iwis a little bit further back this time. He's only got 5 minutes or 6 minutes, so it's what, 6-7 more laps to get this done if he wants to take the win. Quantum looking a little bit better on his exits. Ooh, Iwis really has to stamp on the brakes there. This is some very enthusiastic defending from Quantum, I have to say. Some very, very early line changing from Quantum. He's kind of over-committing to these corners a little bit, I think. If he was picking his lines a bit later, Iwis definitely isn't close enough to get any kind of draft. And again, Iwis is being so aggressive with his moves, but he's switched around for the inside line coming into the penultimate corner. He's not quite close enough, though. A little bit impatient with these moves, Iwis. As Fox is past Harry Air again. I'll go watch those guys in a minute. The battle for the lead is hotting up too much right now. And it's super close. And CD is joining the mix as well between these guys. What's going to happen? Let's go back to Iwis for turn 1. What's going to happen? He's got 5 minutes to get the job done. He's definitely quicker. He can just be a little bit more patient. He's trying to dive around the outside. It's just never going to work. I see there's some lap traffic coming up as well for these guys, which is going to be Quantum really being tight with his spacing there.
Yeah, they're very, very respective to each other, but at the same time doesn't get any inches space too much. That's very, very impressive to see.
Absolutely not, yeah. I think Iwis is being a little bit impatient with his moves, and I think Quantum is being really, really... some of his defending is a little bit late, I think, but luckily these guys are keeping it clean for now. I think they both need to just cool off a little bit, take their time. They've got enough of a gap to Nazim to take the win. Whoever wins between this duel, but I just want to see these guys be really, really patient and set their moves up. I'd hate to see this end in tears. I think at the moment, if they carry on like this for another couple laps, we might see contact between them, which nobody wants. Nazim is doing a really good job holding it down in third. He's managed to hold Stephen off. And Harry Air is back ahead of Fox with only 1 second gap. CD is about half a second behind them. Again, I don't know why Iris is outbraking and trying to outbrake Quantum around the outside. All he's doing is just giving himself a worse exit for turn 2, allowing Quantum to defend.
Maybe he just want to make the switch through turn 2 or 3. I'm not sure.
Oh, you don't get enough of a drive out on the exit. He should be closing up to. He should be prioritising closing up to Quantum in the later stages of the lap, and then getting alongside him on the main straight and taking the inside turn to turn 1. I think he's trying to overtake at every corner rather than thinking several corners ahead. You know, and especially in a cars like this that are slow, it takes a long time to set moves up. You have to really kind of be patient. See, this is when Iris should be getting close to him, but he's kind of expended all his energy this lap by trying to overtake him around the outside of turn 1, which is absolutely never going to happen. As we can see, coming out the final corners, he's just not close enough.
Yeah, he had a difficult last sector anyway, but...
As Alexander looks to be in trouble. Oh, and he's in the wall. That might be it for him, I think. That might be a dead MX5 there. Looks like he's had a pretty heavy hit.
And he stopped anyway. So
he's still moving, and Alexander is backing back out again, so he's still going. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to be just out the points now. That's a real shame for Alexander. Iris is just not close enough right now. He's got 2 minutes to go.
But Quantum keep making little mistakes, sliding in and there.
Yeah.
And so maybe he can catch up. But at the same time, they both made big mistakes.
I'm not sure if Quantum has the life in the tires, or maybe has a kind of setup that gears more towards a hot lapping setup than one that's going to be stable enough for a race. But this is definitely Iris's race for the taking. He's just not getting close enough.
Yeah, maybe it's too late now. Only 2 laps remain, and it will be very difficult for him to.
Yeah, Quantum has put the pace back on. These guys are both getting really near to the 59s again as their fuel's starting to wear down. I think whatever kind of Quantum's mid-race kind of lull in pace was maybe is over now, and he's managed to hold on. But and Iris is getting really, really kind of desperate there. That's a bit late on the brakes, but he's closing up, but it's risky.
Yeah,
everything's calming down a little bit. It's calming down a bit in the mid-pack as CD is now racing Fox for 6th place. What can CD do? Fox is going very defensive early on, taking that inside line. I don't think CD's close enough.
It was start to get very, very close now.
Yeah. Let's see as we come on to what will be the penultimate lap. What can Iris do? This is what he should be doing. He should be closing up to Quantum on the front straight, and already Quantum is moving over to the middle of the grid, trying to go defensive. If Iris goes to the outside, it's not going to work. He needs to follow Quantum's line and get really close to him through this lap, and he's doing it again, taking a wider line, and then getting loose on the car.
Maybe you want Quantum to over defend something and getting the advantage out of it. Maybe he wants Quantum to get every time in the inside and losing time to do so.
I think Iris is overdriving this car. He was too aggressive with his shifting through turn 3 as well, and got a little bit loose on the rear. I think that's the thing. I think he's trying to drive the car past its limits, and he's not allowing himself to get close enough to Quantum. He should be really just following Quantum's lines throughout this part of the track and getting close to him and passing him on the main straight.
Yeah.
Again, I think there's only 1 lap to go. I don't think he's close enough now.
Yeah, it's too far. I think it's too late. But maybe he can just surprise us and make a very, very big move or crash into each other.
There is 1 more lap. But again, he's hurting himself there. Oh no, it looks like it's going to be the final lap. I'm not sure. No, it's the final lap, and Quantum takes the win, followed by Iris in 2nd. Let's go and see what else is happening. Nazim takes 3rd, and Stephen Soldier takes a fantastic 4th place. Harry Air 5th. It's going to be followed by Fox in 6th. I thought we were going to get 1 more lap there. But fantastic win for Quantum, managed to hold on despite that lull in pace in the middle. He managed to defend just about enough to keep Iris behind him, and I think Iris was a little bit too aggressive there. If he'd been a little bit more patient, set the moves up, he could have taken the win today, but there's always next week, of course. This, of course, being a non-championship race, there are no points on offer today. This is just for us to test all of our procedure, as Phil C takes 10th place, which is a really good recovery. He had some kind of problem on the opening lap and dropped down to last. And getting back in there, DK Senior is going to take 13th, which is a little bit of a shame. I think he was driving very well, but had an accident at some point and picked up some damage. Yeah, definitely. There's quite a lot of busted MX5s at the back of the grid here, as Dev Emser is trying to get a move on, but not quite close enough. And
The
that is
back of those
everybody
cars
finished.
wrecked.
Yeah, a lot of damaged MX5s out there. That's maybe one for these guys next week to think of. Right, let's try and get some interviews.
Good thing we don't have any safety car for this race. Like everyone just stay very clean, so that's a good thing.
Stephen,
Oh
how are
god,
you?
fine.
Fantastic driving today. Very well done. How was it? It wasn't quite a podium, but I think fourth place is excellent. How do you
It
feel?
was like on the qualifying lap, I was like everybody was done. I was doing one really fast lap, and then I got fourth place, and then I just held it. So I was running at really low fuel, so I was just saving, so I couldn't catch up to Nazim.
Oh, that's such a shame you were underfueled a little bit because Nazim
Yeah.
and Iwis were battling for a long time, but once Iwis got past, Nazim just kind of settled into his rhythm and carried on. So very well driven today. You weren't
Yeah,
taken out by anyone. It was a surprisingly clean race, actually. It was very
Yeah.
good.
At the end, Harry just got up, so I was really hoping that it was like last lap, and it was.
Nice.
So,
How was it? How was it like there for the full race? How did it compare to the practice? And did your nerves get the better of you?
Yeah. Like at the start, I was really confident, and then held through the whole race, and only managed the fuel then.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Stephen. I hope you look forward to the championship, which is going to start next week. I'm going to send you back now.
Oh,
So
my
you can get somebody
favorite
else in.
track.
Of course. All right. Thank you very much. Cool. Nice little result from. Let's see if we can get Quantum in here. Quantum, can you talk? If you can't, that's no worries. I'll send you back. All right. No worries. Let me put you back. We do, of course, have our pro race split coming up after this. There'll be a little short changeover, and Tommy will take over with the mainstream. So definitely don't leave, don't touch that dial, don't leave the room. Let me see who else I can get in. I wonder if Nazim wants to talk. Hi, Nazim. Do you have a few words for the stream? Well, if you can't, if you can't talk, congratulations on your race. They drove very, very well. I was very impressed with your pace and your racecraft. I'll send you back now. Thanks. He left. Niels is here. Hi, hello, Theodore. How was it?
Yeah, it was good fun. I think having two people on race control as well lessens the load. Although we don't do safety cars in the MX5 series, it was really good to like get a communication started, and was quite a lot of fun watching it with Cypher as well.
It was a very clean race there, actually. I was very pleased by a lot of people's racecraft. We had some guys like Harry Air and Fox and a bunch of other people having some really good battling, and Ewis and Quantum were having a really, really tense battle for the win there. So I think that was definitely a great success there. I think everything kind of worked well. I look forward to seeing more of this championship in the future.
Yeah, same. Definitely here. It worked out really well. And then when I say a big top to everyone who raced because it was so clean. There were, I think, three or four major crashes, and even those were not that big. So yeah, it was really good.
Awesome. Well, I will leave you guys for today. Of course, we have our next round coming up at TT Assen, same time next week. I will leave you guys now for Tommy Ball for the pro split in the RSO1. So bye from me, bye from Adrian. Thanks very much. We'll see you guys very soon.